It's Bourbonnight. Hello, I'm Blantos.
And I'm Eric Smith, the Whiskey Mutant.
We'll explain later, for those who don't know. And this is a special Halloween edition of Choptails.
So last year, I was the judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and who won that round, Chad?
That would have been me. Yeah.
No bragging here.
Click up here to watch last year's.
It's a good video.
Yeah.
He made a good cocktail. So we asked Sarah what she wanted to do, if she wanted to be a judge or get revenge. And she said...
Revenge!
You have chosen revenge.
Of course, you know I can't leave a cocktail competition with me in the negative.
Let's get at it. We're gonna discover what the secret ingredient is that we have to put in our cocktail that Chad has decided. So let's get going. Snap. Oh no.
Oh no!
My powers! First of all, thanks for dressing up this year. Yeah.
I put in some effort.
I put in minimal effort.
Why don't you go ahead and explain to the people this Eric Smith Whiskey Mutant.
So Eric Smith is a douchebag on Instagram who likes to pair things with his whiskey, much like a cocktail. He just does a really bad job at it. And that is Eric Smith. That's all you need to know.
Wow.
Jeez, I really hope Chad never dresses up as me for Halloween.
There's no love lost there. Okay.
All right, contestants. Your Choptail secret ingredient is... Bubba's flavored whiskey.
Yes.
I remember those. Okay.
So we have pancakes and bacon and chocolate marshmallow.
All right, flavored whiskey. I mean, I kind of saw this one coming at some point on a Choptails.
Pancake and bacon? I'm thinking, I love bacon, pancake, breakfast. That's giving me a lot of ideas right there.
You can choose to use one or both in your cocktail, but you cannot cover the flavor of the whiskey up. That is my only requirement, is I want to be able to taste this whiskey, and you need to perfectly pair it with other ingredients to make sure it shows through.
Pancakes, bacon, maple syrup, and then chocolate marshmallow, these are all components that I feel like people work into cocktails seasonally. Honestly, I think this challenge might be easier than the Mountain Dew one. I actually think this one's gonna be a lot easier.
I don't know. We will see.
And you have until these candles are done burning.
Can you maybe make a more specific timer on that?
Should be about an hour and a half.
Oh.
All right.
Better get at it.
Good luck.
Bubba's Secret Stills. Well, first, I can't see what I'm doing. So that's gonna have to go. I brought backup ears. All right, let's start with the pancakes and bacon. I'm scared.
Had to take off the glove because you understand, right? So I don't have my powers.
Oh, I can already smell it. It smells like syrup. And fake syrup and fake butter. Liquid butter. Oh. 1 second.
It smells like McDonald's in the morning.
It smells like pancakes that were made in a griddle. Bacon is there too, but...
Actually, it smells worse than it is. But, woof, very intense maple, pecan, fake butter. I don't know. I don't know if I can use that.
Oh, buddy. But it does not taste like McDonald's in the morning.
Very maple syrupy. If you had a cocktail recipe that used maple syrup, I feel like you could use this in lieu of it and it would work. Especially if you want some pancake flavor.
Next we have the marshmallow chocolate. I mean, I feel like I could work more with this one. They're so sweet, so whatever happens is gonna have to be really careful about adding any other sweetener. Okay, that doesn't smell great.
Smells like a Tootsie Roll.
Oh God, that's so sweet. Woo!
Again, smells worse than it tastes.
Tastes like a Tootsie Roll.
It does have a fake chocolatey, chocolate flavoring.
Very candy. Appropriate for Halloween, right? Chad picked a good secret ingredients, because that is sweet, sweet, sweet. But I'm not missing you like candy. It's not Mandy Moore for me. It's pretty sweet.
That could potentially lend itself to something. It's just keeping a substantial amount of that in a cocktail and still being able to taste it while making it drinkable. But that's the challenge. After doing the taste test, I think I'm gonna go with the marshmallow chocolate one, or chocolate marshmallow, marshmallow chocolate, whichever. Which to me, it's very, very sweet, and I think for that reason I'm gonna have to do a split base. Even though it is a whiskey, I'm gonna have to split, like if I was gonna put 2 ounces of whiskey in something, I need to split that as half, and then the other half needs to be something that's not sweet. I'm kind of like, my friends always ask me to make espresso martinis, so I like to make them with whiskey. My mind's kind of going there, like marshmallow, chocolate, coffee, that kind of vibe. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start with what I know, and then we'll get to what I don't know and figure out what I wanna do. So I'm gonna do 3 dashes of chocolate bitters, because I think that's gonna help highlight the chocolate and the chocolate marshmallow. I have this like coffee liqueur, it's called Cafe Rica, it's from Costa Rica, and this one's a little sweet, so I don't wanna add too much sweetness. So let's go with a 1/2 ounce of this. Again, that's just gonna pull out some chocolate coffee notes when I'm spilling. I did make a brown sugar simple syrup. I wanna bring some real sugar element into this and not just through sweeteners, but I'm just gonna do like 1/4 ounce, so what would essentially be, if I had a bar spoon on the table, we'll do a bar spoon's worth of that. I know I'm gonna use 2 ounces of a cold brew concentrate, 1 ounce of the marshmallow chocolate for the split base, and the other ounce, whoops, I was using the 1/2 ounce side for my other measurements. This is why this teeny tiny little one gets me a little confused. So we'll just add the other 1/2 ounce because that's what I was supposed to do. I'll go ahead and do my 2 ounces of the cold brew concentrate. 1, 2. So that's everything. All I need to do is add 1 ounce of, or I might do it like 1 ounce plus. When we talk about marshmallow, Michter's is always the first instinct. It does have like a toasted marshmallow note to it. Now, I'm sure someone would kill me if I put the toasted, you know, barrel finish, barrel strength Michter's in a cocktail, but we want to win. I mean, it smells like it fits the bill. 109 proof, that's gonna hold up in the cocktail. That toasted finish is gonna lend to the marshmallow. I also thought about the New Riff single malt because it has like a very chocolatey malty note to it. This one's 113.8 proof, so a little higher. Oh, this would be good too. It has like a little bit of a smoky, chocolatey note. But I think the smoke is a little too much. Like, I want to get campfire-y s'mores vibes, but it's maybe a little too smoky. And then last, I was looking for the High West Campfire, but I couldn't find it, so I wonder if it didn't make it through the shelf collapse of whatever year that was. So I pulled the double rye. I really think, ooh, that smells really good. Just about 100 proof on this one. And thanks to our friends Jason and Natalie for gifting us this bottle. I wouldn't have it to experiment with if they weren't so generous and kind. I do like the herbal kind of smoky nature on this one. That's definitely a contender. I'm torn between this one and the Michter's. I think I'm gonna experiment with the Michter's first though. 1 ounce. And I'm gonna do just a teeny tiny bit more. Please don't kill me, people who love Michter's. I wanna win! Now I'm gonna add my ice in this very high-tech way. Shake. I should probably have double strained this as well, but I don't have the other strainer, so we're just gonna go with it. Like I said, I'm just playing around at this point. Ooh, it smells good. On the right track. I do think the toastiness in the Michter's isn't holding up necessarily to the sweetness that's in the flavored whiskey, and then also the little bit of coffee liqueur that's in there. Like, it's in there, I can tell it has alcohol in it, but I think I need something that stands up a little bit more. So in my next iteration, I think my final iteration, I'm gonna do the High West, the double rye. I think is really gonna oomph that up, and I'll also stand up to the coffee. And then what I wanna do is, like, I got a bag of marshmallows here. I wanna do a little like toasted marshmallow garnish, or just any reason to eat marshmallows.
Well, before we get too much more into this competition, we want to hit pause, tell you about our home on the internet. It's whiskyambitions.com. It's where you can get nothing that either one of us are wearing right now, but we do have t-shirts there. Actually, Chad's wearing one of our t-shirts. Get the Glencairns, in fact, all of our glassware, our mini Glens, which are featured in this episode. Hats, hoodies, challenge coins, and more, always coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
And you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join the community for as little as $1 a month. And that is where we have got some new barrel picks coming out, mostly that Chad and Chad have done, but I've been involved, as well as a couple of tickets left for our meetup, for our whiskey giving meetup, November 20. This is at the end of November. Just go on the website.
Just open to patrons.
It's just open to patrons. So you can go on there and check that out. Like I said, little as $1.
And we'll be right back after this.
All right, so I got some things that I kind of think will work with pancakes. I honestly wish that Chad liked peanut butter. I know he can't have it. He's one of those people. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to use some things that are nutty, because I think that'll work well, you know. And also chocolate, because chocolate pancakes, you know. I brought some black walnut bitters. I have some Woodford Reserve sassafras and sorghum bitters, and then some Mexican mole or mo, never know how to say it. Of course, my tried and true tiki bitters, because it might need some punching up. Then also peach. There's my chocolate bitters. Whiskey Wise, Knob Creek, sticking with the nutty, good old Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Got some turkey, but it's actually Turkey 101 from 2013. That's delicious. And if I need to step up, keeping in the Jim Beam line, Baker's 107, one of the older bottles. Oh, and what goes great with breakfast? Coffee. Mr. Black. Mr. Black. I could see Sara doing this too, because she loves things. She loves coffee flavor. I really don't love coffee flavor. She loves espresso martinis made with bourbon. But I feel like pancake, chocolate chips, coffee, bacon. I mean, it's just screaming breakfast. So that's what I'm gonna go with. All right, let's go with the pancake. I'm just gonna sort of go like a 3/4. Let's get our coffee element going here with the Mr. Black. Let's do 1/2 ounce. Put that in there. Gonna go with value first. 1.5 ounces of the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. And honestly, it doesn't need chocolate. The chocolate is already in there in that pancake and bourbon, or pancake and bacon flavor. So I feel like chocolate bitters would just overdo it. It does need some brightening up. Well, I mean, I haven't tried this yet. Let me do a little. Yeah, it's pretty dark. So, tiki bitters it is. Should have brought a bar spoon or a stir stick. Pretty good. Man, it's dark and sort of a little artificial tasting. All right, I'm gonna have to play around with this some more. I'm gonna make another one, and I'm gonna use the marshmallow. I feel like everything else is working well. It's just the secret ingredient that we have to use is the sticky point. So I'm gonna make it again. I'm gonna use the marshmallow. I'm gonna play around with some bourbons and some of the different bitters, and we'll get there.
Contestants, please present your cocktails.
Ladies first.
So my cocktail is called the Rye and Shine. It's my take on an espresso martini. I used the chocolate marshmallow flavored whiskey, along with some cold brew concentrate, chocolate bitters, and I used High West double rye for that extra punch to kind of throw off the sweetness of that chocolate marshmallow flavored whiskey.
Yeah, it's got a really good balance to it. I like the earthiness of the rye coming through, especially with the sweetness that you called out. The rye whiskey helps tame that down a little bit, and the cold brew perfectly accentuates that whiskey.
Thank you, Chef. Watching this all happen with one hand is very entertaining.
If you would, place that ice cube into the glass, please. Okay, Judge, I present to you Bubba's Old Fashioned Eye Opener. It is a modified, sort of a baby between an Old Fashioned and an Espresso Martini. I did use Mr. Black, and I did decide to use both of the whiskeys. It has more of the marshmallow in there, but it does have some of the pancake and bacon in there as well. I used Knob Creek 100 proof for it, small batch, and just a little bit of my favorite tiki bitters for a little bit of brightness.
I think you did a great job of melding all of those together. I do like the smoke aroma, but something happens, I think, with the pancake and bacon whiskey with the smoke that's kind of almost too real of a food flavor for a drink. But I will have another sip.
I was going for authenticity.
It is an authentic cocktail, I will give you that.
It's a bold move going with both of those flavored whiskeys. The only thing I can imagine that's worse than one is both together.
I like a challenge, Sarah.
You do like a challenge.
Yep, I've made my decision. In second place, in second place, Chad.
Yes! I cannot lose on an espresso martini. Like, that's kind of my thing. I don't know. I don't want it to be my thing, but I feel like I've been working on iterating on that recipe for a while and being able to work this in. I don't know. And I needed to tie Chad up after that very first Choptails episode with the Mountain Dew. My Code Red Whiskey Sour really let me down on that one, so good to know that Chad Watson isn't just playing Team Chad all the time.
Sarah, I've never been a fan of espresso martinis at all. And you've made one with an ingredient that I didn't think could be made to taste good or perfectly pair with everything else in there, and that is a fine cocktail.
Thank you.
Well, apparently all the power of Blantos wasn't enough to take down the mighty Sarah. She was the Avengers in this scenario. Now I guess we're tied. I don't know. Does this mean there needs to be another rematch? Year 3 to decide who will retire and become a judge after that? Sorry, I almost knocked one of my blends out of sorts. I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm happy for her. Not really. I think my cocktail is better.
Chad, yours is great as well. It is very good. I think the smoke, while the theatrics were nice, it was almost like having someone grind pepper on a steak after it's already been cooked. It was maybe just a little too much there, but you also did a great job of making sure that the ingredients paired well with everything that you put in there. Mighty fine job to both of you, but Sarah, I pick your cocktails to winner.
I'm glad I came back for my revenge. Well, this means we have to do it again. Next
That's
year.
right. Yeah, we're tied now, so I guess, yeah.
Much like the Bourbon Bowl, we must return.
Next time on Choptails.
If you haven't already, click on the screen to subscribe. You can also click on one of these other videos on the screen. Happy Halloween! And until next time, drink more blood. Oh, that says bourbon. That's my bad, Master. I'm sorry. Can we do it again?